Welcome to Modern Main Street for the Local Growth Hub. This is a podcast for local business owners to help you grow, pivot, and be prepared even in uncertain economies. So, I want to start by asking you a question, and this might upset a few people. I just want to say that the best local businesses rarely win anymore. Why is that? It's because the most visible ones do. Let me give you an example. I was helping a roofing company with marketing, and many times he was passed up for the cheaper job, the competitor down the street. And he knew many of these competitors. He knew that most of them were not as good as him. But yet he lost to them. Meanwhile, these mediocre competitors were thriving. Why is that? Not because they're better, but because they were found. The market cannot buy from businesses it never discovers. So historically, we've gone through about 4 economies that we can all kind of relate to. First was the industrial economy, which distribution won. Who could get the product, who could ship it there faster. Distribution was the game. Then we entered the information economy, where information won. Then we moved on to the attention economy, and we're still sort of in that. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. The attention economy was where attention won. But now we have a new economy, and that is the AI economy, where interpretation wins. So it's not just attention, it's the interpretation. This is where we are now, and consumers are overwhelmed. The average consumer sees thousands of marketing messages every single day. Think about it. They're driving to work. They're seeing billboard after billboard after billboard. They get on a computer at work. They are getting ads and ads and ads and emails. And even now on AI, you get ads. Attention has become scarce. So scarcity creates value. The rarest resource today is not money, it is attention. And businesses are still acting like products are scarce. Products are not scarce. There's plenty of products out there. But attention, it's rare to get the attention that you really need in the marketplace today. Many owners think, no one wants what I sell. That is often false, though. Demand does exist, but visibility doesn't. And let me give you a few examples of that. People are still searching for accountants, restaurants, med spas, contractors, attorneys, consultants every single day. The issue is customers cannot choose businesses that never come up in the searches. They never see you, so they cannot choose you. This is what I call the invisible expert problem. Businesses can be experienced, talented, trustworthy, and still lose today because they are not found. In today's economy, obscurity is more dangerous than competition. Most owners focus on things like operations, service delivery, hiring, customer satisfaction. And let me tell you, all of those things are very important. Without operations, you can't run your business. And if you're not delivering your service and delivering it well at a high level, you're not going to be in business. You have to hire the right people and get them trained, and your customers always need to be satisfied. So all of those things are super important, but there is a bottleneck before you even get there, and that is visibility. Think of it like water flow. If there is no water, you can't have all the other things. So if there's no visibility, there's no leads, no opportunities, and no growth. So there are about 4 levels that I'm going to name for you right now. 4 layers to growth right now. And I want you to really think about these. Pause the replay if you're listening to the replay of the podcast and really evaluate your business. Layer 1 is, can people find you? Can they find you? Are you coming up in searches? Are you the answer on AI platforms? Because that's how a lot of customers are getting their content right now. And that's only going to increase. So can people find you? Layer number 2 is, if they found you, can they understand you? Do they know who you serve, how you serve them, what the outcome is? They should know those things within 5 seconds. Layer number 3, if they found you and they understand you, can they trust you? Trust is huge right now. It's been lacking. We've all been lied to, snow jobbed. The disinformation out there is incredible right now. So they want to know, can they trust you? And the 4th layer is, do they contact you? Is it easy to contact you? What would make them contact you? Most businesses never get past layer 1, which is, can they find you? And that's the truth of how the marketplace is today. Local discovery has changed forever. And I want to talk a little bit about that today so you have a really good understanding of local discovery right now. The old local discovery involved maybe the yellow pages, referrals, drive-by traffic, or maybe those billboards, newspaper ads. And while those things still work if they see them, because a lot of people aren't even using them, people moved over to Google search. But now there's a layer added to the search. Discovery is happening everywhere. It's happening on Google, in Maps, in YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, AI assistants, ChatGPT, Reddit, and reviews. Customers are now researching before they contact you. So people, what that means for you, and this I need you to understand, is that people are making decisions before the conversation ever happens. You may never have that conversation. So stop worrying about how you're going to close somebody when you may never even have that conversation, and understand how you can come up to be one of their answers so that they do contact you and you can have that conversation. Because once they do, they're usually ready. So people are making those decisions before the conversation happens. By the time they reach you, they already know who they prefer, who they trust, who they believe is the expert. Are you showing up as the expert? AI is quietly reshaping local business. AI is becoming a recommendation layer added to everything that was already there. Customers are increasingly asking their AI assistant, who is the best in whatever it is you do? What do people or who do people recommend? And if you're not highly recommended, you may not be showing up. Who specializes in that thing you do? And if you don't show up in those searches, you are not even an option. AI from those questions will pull up reviews, content, authority, consistency, reputation signals. It'll look at all of them and compile answers based on those things. Your business now has two audiences: humans and machines. And machines increasingly decide whether humans even get to see you. Think about that. So, who wins today? It's not necessarily the cheapest, the oldest, the biggest. It's the businesses that are easiest to discover, the easiest to trust, and the easiest to understand. This is a 3-part formula for how you should think about your business. And again, I really want you to think about this in your business because these things are critically important right now. Pause the podcast if you need to answer them for your business. 3-part formula is number 1, visibility. Can they find you? Can they even find you? The second part is credibility. If they find you, can they trust you? What trust signals do you have out there? And the third one, the third in the 3-part formula is consistency. Can they remember you? Are you showing up again and again with the same message that they can rely on? They know what you do, who you serve, because you're showing up that way every day. This becomes a framework that you can reference repeatedly for future content. I have some action steps for you guys to take because I really want you to win in the new economy. And it's challenging right now for many people, even the best businesses. There's 4 practical actions that I really want you to do as a little assignment because trust me when I tell you, it will open your eyes to so much. The action step 1 is to Google yourself. Now, you've probably already done that, but I want you to really look at what Google brings up. Would you hire you? What is it saying about you? What things are coming up? Are there things that you don't want there? Are the right things coming up for the right customer? Really evaluate what Google says about you. Action step 2, and this one I'm going to go a little bit deeper than what I have written here. Action step 2 is to ask ChatGPT, what are the best businesses in my industry, in my city? And see what happens. Are you coming up in the searches? I did this recently, and I'm going to talk a little bit to you about what I did and what you can do also. So I asked for the best marketing agencies in my immediate area. And I did not come up in the searches, which actually did not surprise me. I've only lived here about a year. And I restarted a business to a different audience less than a year ago. So it didn't surprise me when I didn't show up. Now, I've been marketing for a really, really long time. So I had 13 years of content out there that Google is picking up. So even though I did not come up when I asked what the best businesses in my industry, in my city were, I was really curious what Google knew about me. So, or ChatGPT knew about me. So I asked ChatGPT, what do you know about Lisa Balthaser? And it gave me a pretty accurate description, including what I help my clients with, who I help, how I serve them, my school group. It mentioned me on Substack. It mentioned all of the things. And those were recent things. So I was pleasantly surprised that it really picked up that I changed who I was helping just a little bit. And it classified me as a boutique agency. Now, the agencies that came up when I asked for the agencies in my industry, in my city, they were larger agencies. So again, it's no surprise that I didn't show up there. I am a boutique agency. Okay. I'm not a big advertising agency. Okay. I'm a boutique agency. I like it that way. I love helping small local businesses to really thrive in today's environment. So Google understood, or ChatGPT understood who I was. So I was really curious. I was really curious, and I asked it another question. Would you recommend a local business owner work with Lisa Balthaser? And I was pleasantly surprised. It said, yes, I would highly recommend it. And it gave me all the reasons why. These are good things to know about your business, because even if you are not coming up as the best in your area, when you know what ChatGPT knows about you, what is out there, is it accurate? Is it not accurate? Would it recommend you? If it says maybe or not sure, you have some work to do. But I was pleasantly surprised. It said, yes, I would highly recommend Lisa Balthaser. She's a boutique agency. It gave me all the reasons why it would recommend me, my solid history, my knowledge, and so on and so on. So I invite you to do the same. That's action step 2. Number 1 is Google yourself. Number 2 is ask ChatGPT. Number 3 is to review your messaging. And like I said, please, 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 guys, stop the podcast and do this exercise. You will find what you learn to be an invaluable lesson that you can take forward to improve your business. So action step 3 is review your messaging. Now, I have done some messaging workshops and master classes in my school group this year. I was focused a little bit on messaging because messaging needs to be really clear right now. People are working with the businesses that are super clear on who they help and how they help them and the results that they get. So you need to be super clear. So I did some workshops and master classes on messaging this year. Messaging is one of the things. So you need to understand how others see you. Can someone understand what you do, who you help, and why you're different? Because if they can't, they're not going to act. And they have to be able to do that within 5 seconds. So really look at your messaging, take an honest look and evaluate it. Action step 4 is to create one piece of authority content every single week. You don't have to post every day. You don't have to be everywhere. You have to have one piece of authority content every single week, not promotion, education. Help your audience solve a problem. You see, today, marketing is infrastructure. For decades, marketing was treated like an expense, then it became a department. Today, it has become infrastructure, just like electricity, internet, accounting, and operations. Marketing is now part of the business itself, and it's a big part. It's in everything that you do. The businesses that thrive over the next decade won't necessarily be the best services. They'll be the best combination of service and visibility. Because the new local economy means attention comes first. And only after attention comes the opportunity to prove how great your service really is. I hope you got a lot out of this podcast today, and I hope you stopped and really did the exercises, because the exercises are designed to get you some wins. When I come on the podcast every single week, I really look to see what will actually help you and move you forward in your business right now. If this episode made you realize that your biggest challenge isn't competition but visibility, then you're exactly the kind of business owner I created my school group for. Inside the Local Growth Hub, we dive deeper into systems, marketing infrastructure, AI strategies, and growth frameworks that help local business owners become the obvious choice in their market. And if you're looking for deeper insights like this every week, subscribe to my Substack, where I break down what is really changing in business marketing, AI, and the local economy, so that you can stay ahead of the curve instead of reacting after the fact. Because the businesses that win in the next decade won't simply adapt faster, they'll see the change before everyone else does. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Modern Main Street Podcast for the Local Growth Hub. See you next week.